Hello, hello. Today I wanted to come on here and talk about the Morphe 35OS palette. I told you guys I was going to make a video dedicated to this palette, and I am here to do that. I am going to give you guys some swatches, let you know my review, and just let you know why you should buy this palette, because this palette is awesome. It is like so hazy hot where it is today, and it's like hazy hot. It's so hot out. I think it's like 90 degrees. It's just straight humidity. I'm so tired. I just want to take a nap. So this hair on my head, just got out of work, these glasses. Let's just talk about the palette. Okay? All right. So we are going to talk about the Morphe 35OS palette. Now, Morphe came out with these palettes, I want to say a couple of months ago. They started with the 35O palette, which was 35 colors that were pretty like neutralish tones, warm browns and beiges, and just kind of like warm colors. And then I think because the hit of that palette was so good and the feedback was so awesome that they decided to come out with two palettes that mirror that. So they look exactly like the 35O palette, but there is one palette that is all matte and there's one palette that is all shimmer. So the 35O palette basically looks like these ones, but this one is the 35OS palette. So this is the shimmer palette. So basically this is what it looks like. Lots of browns and beiges, and there's some warm reds in there, oranges, greens, things like that. But this one is all shimmer. And for somebody, if you love shimmer, I love shimmer. I love a shimmery lid. I think shimmer should be used everywhere. I just love shimmery colors. It's very rare that I do like a matte look, and I always incorporate some sort of shimmer color into my eye looks. And so when this palette came out, I jumped on it because I needed this palette. And I love that I have this because I feel like, you know, this palette is so universal. This palette can be used for one color. This palette can be used for many colors. You can blend with these different colors. And I just think that it's so good for when you just don't know what you want. So, okay, you want a brown? What kind of brown do you want? You want a dark brown? You want a light brown? These are all shimmer. These beige ones, you can put these ones on the lid and just call it a day. Like, you don't have to put a bunch of time into it. Or there's colors on here where you can put a bunch of time into it. It's really personal preference, but I think that when you're looking for a lid color or you want to try a new look and maybe there's a color that you have in mind that you don't have, this palette is like awesome for that, because you can blend colors, you can put one on top of the other and kind of change things around. But I just love the kind of fact that you can either do really hard looks with it or you can do really easy like one and done looks. So I haven't played too much with like these orange shades. This red one I haven't played with. This one I really want to play with. I've been doing a lot of like these like more beigeier shades and like the browns. But this palette is just awesome. Like, I always say, I joke around and say that this palette is called the 35OS palette. I think it should be called the 35 lid palette because it's just perfect for your lid color. I think it should be called the 35OS for 35 oh shit, because this palette is so good. I just think that if you are looking for a really good lid color and you want shimmer and shimmer is your thing, then you should definitely get it. There is definitely people that are more matte people and they prefer eyeshadows that are more matte, but I just love shimmer, and so this is the palette for me, and I've been using it a lot. I love these powders because they're really soft and they're buttery and they're just super pigmented, and this palette isn't expensive. And so that's the other thing that I love about it, is that this palette is literally, I think it's $23.99, and I know that it's been like selling out a lot like crazy. But, like, can you guys see this pigment? Like, that is insane for a palette that has 35 colors in it and it's $23. Like, what more could you ask for? And the swatches are just beautiful on the back of the hand. They swatch beautifully on your eyelids. It's not a palette where you have to worry about, you know, what the swatch is going to look like on the back of your hand versus on your eyes. I mean, come on. Seriously? I just think this is such a good palette, especially for people that are beginners, maybe people that aren't totally familiar with makeup or don't know how to kind of blend their makeup, or they don't want to do looks that are really hard. I think there's so many colors in here that are just universally flattering, and I really love that. I have been absolutely obsessed with these beigeier colors, but I also think that, you know, these are colors that you can use alone, or like I said, you can wear them on top. So I like that, and I like that it gives you that option. Like, these colors are great. And this color up here, I'm absolutely obsessed with. I've been using it on everything. I've been using it as a brow bone highlight. I've been using it as a lid color. I absolutely love this. And so even the ones where maybe aren't so like out of your comfort zone, like I'll even swatch for you the ones that I haven't like 100% played with, because they're just like maybe not my thing. But even these colors that are like, you know, really bright colors, or here's the ones that I haven't really played with. I'll show you. Let's try that one. So let's see, I'm running out of room. Like, they're still pigmented. Like, the orange is orange, the reds are reds. Like, I just think it's really pigmented for the price. Like, those are orange and red colors. They're pigmented. So for $23, $22, like, I think this is such a good palette. I know that they have been going in and out. I know the 35O palette is constantly sold out, and I know that they're like trying to work, they get it back all the time, and it's constantly selling out. So definitely just keep checking for it. I'm going to see if I can find a link for it and just put it down below so that if you want to check it out. If you are more of a matte girl, more power to you. Definitely get that. I still think the matte colors are just as beautiful, and the cool thing about it is that it mirrors the 35O palette, so it's gonna look pretty much just like this one, but it's gonna be all matte shades. And then the 35O palette is basically like this, but it's matte and shimmer, so it's a little bit of both. So it's kind of just what you're into. If you tend to wear all mattes, then the 35 matte palette is gonna be perfect for you. Rude. But if you are more into shimmers, then this is going to be the perfect palette for you. If you want a little bit of both, get the 35O palette, because I just think that either way, it's shades that are universally flattering on everybody. I love my nudes. I love those colors that aren't too crazy. You can just go. But this palette also has those kind of shades that can be a little bit darker and can be a little bit more fun to play with. So, you know, I definitely think you should check it out, and like I said, I will try and link it down below. But I just wanted to share with you guys this palette, and hopefully you'll check it out. You'll order it. I think that for $22, $23, 35 shadows is such a great deal. And you can look online, and there's plenty of links as far as, you know, other YouTubers that do makeup, like Jaclyn Hill, I think, like Nikki Tutorials, Carly Bible. They all have codes where you can get 10% off. So then you also get money off of the $23. So I just don't know where you can go wrong with this palette. And you get money to save on it, and it's 35 shadows that are buttery, they're pigmented. They're not crappy shadows. So I'll link it down below if I can find it. I will definitely put the website for Morphe down below as well if you want to check out like their brushes and things like that. I've heard nothing but good things about their brushes. I have yet to order some, but I definitely am going to check out this brand more now that I love this palette. So I'll put a link for the Morphe website, and then I'll try and find a direct link for the 35O palettes. I'll try and see if I can find the matte, the shimmer, and just the normal one. But definitely I will look for links, get them down there for you. So that is my quick video for today. Make sure you check this baby out. It's such a good palette, and I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know. So make sure you like this video and thumbs it up, and then leave me a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe so that you can check in and we can check in and talk and chat about new things, new beauty products, and just life. And I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope it's not crazy, crazy hot where you live, because it is where I live. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.